Hello again, folks. Welcome back to Deadly Premonition. Was there anything else I could say to George before we take off? Oh, maybe.
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people? I'll just finish off my drink.
Georgie boy.
Let me know before you leave, okay?
That's an outstanding idea. Let's talk to some people. How about you, Carol? That is your real name. Hi.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead.
Jesus.
Diane, too.
You don't beat around the bush, do
We've
you,
got
York?
Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
Go on.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Show her. Put it down.
I'm busy, gotta go.
But you... How... York had a bit of a smirk there. He accepts the challenge of her not being cooperative. Wait, do we have to watch this now? There might be a performance here. Yes, there is, folks. Please feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch the musical number, but I guess I'll shut up during it. Go on. Hello, George. Carol's singing rather than answering my questions. Gotta be honest, folks, I'm not a big fan of this song. Nothing against Carol. She's a very talented lady. But let's get on with the story, yes? I could probably skip it, but I'd feel bad for some reason. George looks suspicious. God, I feel so bad for George with his background that we saw in the last video. It's just, oh, that flashback too. That is messed up, right? Good God. Is that it, Carol? Are we done? Ugh, God. Get some sleep, buddy. Look at the bags under your eyes. Good Lord. He just stays up all night playing the piano, playing the same song over and over again. Mustn't stop. Was that one round of applause? It was George. Okay. You gonna try to answer my questions for me this time, Carol? Maybe? My brother is at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Poor guy having to watch over Nick who didn't even do anything. Well, I mean, Thomas, he works there. Of course he's there. The folks here sure drink a lot. She might be the main reason they come here, though. Alright, anybody else I can speak to at the moment? How about you? Sleepy? No? Okay. Can I explore one of the back rooms, perhaps? Ah, there, now we're thinking. The door to the bathroom. You don't need to go just yet, do you, Zach? This way? There we go. Ooh, look at us. I'm not sure we should be back here. Stabilizer, yeah, sure. Send it to the toolbox. Why the hell not? Don't need to change our suit right now, I don't think. Open? Alright. This has been enlightening. Not that way, not that way. Okay, I think we're ready. George, let's roll, Big Daddy. I promise I will never call you that again. That felt weird. Huh?
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Sack. Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
She can probably hear you. Oh, is she going to be in fancy dress?
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
You're the boss,
York?
boss.
Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not.
It's okay,
Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped.
Excuse me?
I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York.
It's true, we did.
So I'll see you guys.
Goodbye, George. Have a good night, buddy. Don't walk like that, though. That's odd. That's okay, he did. Walk the whole way out. Everybody saw it. It's embarrassing, really. Of course, I'm not going to tell him that. He's had a rough past
I
already.
think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Elaborate, please. Or don't. I'll suppose.
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now.
Oh.
Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Oh, look at these two. Crazy kids in love, right? Look at them. They're so happy. I don't know why. That makes me happy. I can't help it. Coffee, black, makes it harder to become sleepy for a short while and recovers a little tiredness. Just like in real life. And potatoes will also satisfy a small amount of your hunger. I know it's not necessary to read those, folks, but I just can't seem to help myself, so... Potato. The galaxy of terror.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
Such an obnoxious smoke blow.
Don't worry. I won't.
That was a very strange exchange these two just had. Oh well. That's okay. Okay, so... We could just drive to the hotel, or I could remember how to get to my inventory. No. No, I had it. Hang on. Sorry, folks, I just returned to this recently, so bear with me. Item? Use! We're gonna fast travel the hell out of this, folks. And we're going to the Great Deer Yard Hotel. Smallmouth bass, a popular fish in Greenvale, replenishes a moderate amount of your hunger. That's right, you can just grab fish right out of the water and eat them right there. That's weird, but... Okay, here we go. Thomas's Biscuit. A biscuit baked by Thomas recovers life, hunger, and tiredness and prevents them from lowering. Speaking of which, I should eat something. Sorry, folks, there's been a lot of cutscenes the last couple of videos. But they're interesting, right? I think they are. Love the way he just lights his cigarette. He's a classy guy. Look at that shirt. York, probably don't wear that without the suit jacket, though, okay, buddy? He's off duty, folks. He can wear whatever the hell he wants. Don't judge the man.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
It's a tremendous idea.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed.
Mm-hmm.
We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
She was still alive? Oh, geez, I actually don't remember. There was no murder weapon?
No, that's not it, Zach. Think back more carefully.
Okay.
What was different from the other crime scenes?
Oh. I gotcha. Right?
That's right. Diane was still alive.
Yeah, there you go.
This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other. Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Oh, it was Forrest, that's right. Forrest Kaysen.
That's right. Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
He heard footsteps from Boots, right? Yes. See, I remember.
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men.
How?
But they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Yes, we did.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Look at that picture in the middle. That's amazing. Honestly, at this point,
Me too.
yeah.
Asha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach.
Sorry. Serious.
This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There's the locket, which is in Carol's possession. The man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer.
Indeed there is.
I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, me too. Every day. I always hope the coffee gives us guidance. Bedtime, York.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy.
It was really
And
sad.
he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Look how happy he is. no! Emily!
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
Oh, you poor girl, come in! Not this music,
My mother
please.
was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly. And baked cakes and cookies every day.
This music does not
She'd
match.
say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Absolutely
Shoot.
not.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Oh, man.
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Oh, boy. Well, there's a story behind that, folks.
I
My
was
God.
7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Oh,
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
look at these two. I love them so much. Smiles. Everybody's smiling. God, that was a sad story.
Do you think Emily got home safely? Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
This game, this character, I love him so much. It's just, I could just listen to him ramble to Zach for hours, you know? It's just so interesting.
Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please!
Come on, please. Let me out.
Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Stop. This is disturbing. Stop this madness. Root beer effectively fends off sleep for a while and also recovers quite a bit of tiredness. Good old reliable root beer. Excuse me? God, the plot thickens, right? What is happening? Oh, it's such an interesting game. I just can't get enough of it. Okay. Didn't we already? Oh, I guess that's 200 kills in total. I was going to say I haven't killed anything for quite some time. Look at us. Just swimming around in $10,000. That's delightful. So I think we're just about to end this video, folks. I'm just going to see what happens. Thank you, Trophy. Shut up, Trophy. If you're not an achievement, I'm not interested. Ha. I also love that little bit of music there. Okay, what's next on this insane adventure? Bitter chocolate will satisfy it. I wasn't done. Yeah, sure, Zach view. Then we'll stop.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
I love this
Stop
music.
right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Oh, York, don't beat yourself up about that, buddy! Do you know how much you've done? Oh, folks, we're in another dream sequence. Okay, so, episode 3, tea break. Okay, so I'm going to end this video, folks, and then in the next video, we will see what this dream is all about. So, thanks very much for joining me. I know it's been really cutscene heavy, but I just think it is such an interesting story. So please stick with me, folks, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play Deadly Premonition. Take care, folks.